All right, there we go. So we can get everything going as it should be. So, yeah, this is going to be a very not PG stream. Just letting everybody know that right now up front. I have some news of some issues that I've been fighting all day long today that I could definitely use some support on. Just because of the nature of the beast, I have turned on subscriber only mode for the chat. I hope you understand that and the reasoning behind that. And if you can help spread this stream out, we need to raise some awareness here, because what happened to me so far today could happen to anybody. And since it's just me, I, and myself, I'm not part of an MCM or anything like that. I don't want to lose my channel in the long run. Just water here. So I am going to walk you through everything that's going on here today. What I've been fighting, what the issues are, what the responses I've been getting from YouTube themselves, and we're going to play the frickin' video that they claim that I am in violation of copyright on. So, hi, Bright Burns, how you doing? I will be keeping an eye on the chat as much as possible. So, pick yourself up your favorite beverage right now, and like I say, hold on to your hats, because this is not a G-rated stream. This is a PG-13 to R. And there's going to be some F-bombs, and there's going to be some S-bombs, because I'm really pissed off right now. So, PS2 OPL video. I did not. Sorry, Ace. So basically what is going on is back in, let me bring it up here exactly on my other screen. Back in February of, I believe it was this year. Check it here. I made a video on the G-Case grip battery pack. It was February 25th of this year. It was something I was provided the product for review. I can actually see it back there, and I think I may have it up on the shelf back there. And essentially, I was sent product as a sample, as I am quite often, to check out and review. Let me know how the audio is, by the way, everyone. And we went ahead and reviewed this product. So, and we have screens to share with everybody too. So this should be super, super fun. So this is the video that I am talking about here, the all-in-one switch charging grip from Plenbo. And as you can see here, I have visibility pending removal. So we are going to go to copyright, and this is what I am seeing on my end. Not a copyright ID match. Not a content ID, an actual fucking strike. And looking down below here, it was manually selected. So someone somewhere found this video and decided to go ahead and put a copyright strike on it. Okay. And how I found out about this was I got this email this morning, and we will go through it here together. Basically says, due to a copyright takedown notice we received, your video will be taken down from YouTube in 7 days. G-Case grip with battery pack for Nintendo Switch review. It shows the title and everything right here. Delayed takedown issued by, don't know what that is, but antioffkr@gmail.com. They want to give me an opportunity to resolve my copyright issue before my video is reserved and the strike is applied. Okay. First and foremost, so what was going on here? Had no idea what was going on. So did some searching, couldn't find anything by this. But when I did a search for anti-off-KR, what I found was a YouTube channel that we have right here. They have 4 subscribers. 4. They have videos. Sure, they have videos. 2 months ago, 11 months, 1 year, 1 year. So the only one that wouldn't, obviously I couldn't have stolen anything from this one from 2 months ago. 11 months, 1 year, The Plenbo G-Case wasn't designed longer than 2 years ago. So how the hell did I steal their copyrighted materials? Okay. All right. Fine. So I went ahead and I emailed this group here early this morning within minutes of when I got the strike, because I figured, hey, if you're going to strike me, someone should be around to monitor that. Well, it's been 10 hours now, and I've heard nothing from them. So to this anti-off Korea, fuck you. Fuck you. So I went ahead then and I reached out to an Ace of Discal in here, puts in here, I can dispute copyright streaks if I'm not mistaken. You can, but you can't. So here's the issue that I'm running into, and like I say, we're going to share the whole video here in just a moment. So the fact is right now, I have not technically received a strike. I've received a warning of a strike if I don't take down the video within 7 days. First and foremost, if Plenbo sees this, thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for sending us this for review. I do appreciate it. I am letting you know the video is going to come down because I'm not going to deal with this shit. But looking at this here and everything, so I reached out to the chat group over at Team YouTube. And with that, first and foremost, going through the what creators have, what I have is what's called YouTube Studio. So that is a way that I can go ahead and I can communicate with people at YouTube to try to get assistance. After I had my time wasted for about 45 minutes, oh, sorry, we see this as a copyright takedown issue. We don't handle those. You have to email us. Okay. So, like, my first things I said, hey, I received a copyright strike. It's not correct. I need help getting this taken care of. Well, they didn't. They wasted my time there. So they gave me an email address to send to, and that is copyright@youtube.com. And I emailed them. And what I ended up sending them was the following, and I do apologize. I thought that I had all of my screens set, and I do not. But basically what I sent them was the following. Just real quick. Again, I apologize. Screen. So essentially, this is what I was instructed to send them and what I did send them. My name and everything, my address, the YouTube video that was struck. And I had to also consent that, and this is copy-paste verbatim, what they say you have to provide. I consent to the jurisdiction of the Federal District Court of the district in which my address is located, or if my address is outside the United States, the judicial district in which YouTube is located, and I will accept service of process from the claimant. I swear under penalty of perjury that I have in good faith belief the material was removed or disabled as a result of a mistake or misidentification of the material to be removed or disabled. And this is part of where I am running into issues right now, is the fact that technically nothing's been removed, nothing's been disabled. I've just been threatened. And then I further went on and said, I've received a false copyright strike on a video this morning to a video I 100% filmed, edited, appeared in, and produced. Who do I need to contact to fight this? There are no details regarding what the supposed copyright violation is. And again, I put all the information in here along with the copyright information that I got. And within 1 minute, because YouTube and Google are so efficient, and by the way, hi Linda, I do appreciate you coming by and supporting the stream here. I got a response from them within minutes, which basically says, thank you for your counter notification. Our system detected that the following video you submitted is not eligible for counter notification because the video does not have an active copyright takedown, but still may be removed for other reasons. You may visit your video manager to see why the video was removed. Nothing was removed yet. Not a thing. You know, I know people don't like Rich at Review Tech. People like Rich at Review Tech. This is some of the same crap he had to deal with. He had a video that was struck before it was even finished uploading. He deleted it, and he couldn't do anything to remove the strike. What the hell are you doing, YouTube? So I reached out to Team YouTube on Twitter today then, too, and at least they've been communicating. At least they have tried. Not very hard, mind you, And I'm going to kind of go through this thread, and I'm not going to show this on screen simply because it shows people and private conversations that I follow and whatnot, and just don't want that on screen. But we are going to go ahead, and I'm just going to read it to you here. It's going to be like Tim Pool. We're going to read you the news. So... to Team YouTube, I commented to them on Twitter. I received a false copyright claim on a video this morning. To a video again, I 100% filmed, edited, appeared, and produced. Who do I need to contact to fight this? I just have a 7-day takedown notice, so it doesn't appear I can file a counter notification until then. Is that correct? The claim is completely false, and I want it to stop before it gets to that point. To which they replied, a 7-day courtesy period is given to monetizing creators who incur 3 copyright strikes. Well, I've not received 3. This is the first strike I've ever received in over 6 years. If you file a counter notification, your channel won't be terminated as long as it's unresolved. It's 1 strike. Why would it be terminated at all? So that's got me nervous here. To make sure you, make sure that you include all the necessary info when you submit your request. And they also said I can submit a counter notification via YouTube Studio if you still have the option, and they gave me a link, which there is no option there to do it. And again, I confirmed that I can only do so if the video has been removed. You seem not to get that I received a 7-day notice today. Please listen to the actual question being asked. That's just it. They're answering questions that weren't being asked and providing answers to questions that weren't being asked. And I asked rather directly, do I have to wait until the video has been taken down before I can file a counterclaim? And to which, apologies for the confusion, but yes, you can file. You know what? This is okay here. We're going to share this screen like this, and we're going to go like that. Thanks again, everybody. And if you could share this out, I would really, really appreciate that. Let's see, there we go. So actually, we're going to go a little bit bigger here just so we can focus just on this. So apologies for the confusion, but yes, you can file a counter notification when the video is removed. So it seems right there that I can't do jack or shit until the video is taken down. You can do so by signing in the YouTube Studio, contact, blah, blah, blah. But it has to be removed before I can do anything. What sense does that make was my reply. Can I share the URL, which I did multiple times before this. Appreciate the URL. Here's a few options. I can remove the claimed content from your vid with studio editing tools. No, I can't, because it doesn't say what the hell I had for copyright violations on here. Again, let me just close this down. Let me bring this right up. What am I supposed to delete? There's nothing here that tells me what or where the violation was. If there was something I did wrong, I'd fix it. Or I'd own up to it, or something along those lines. I admit, I use video game music as the background music in my videos as I'm talking. I know that that leaves me open to someone doing a content ID match. Completely get that. That's a risk I've taken, I'm willing to take. But this is something I have no idea what. There's nothing here. There is absolutely nothing here. Let's see. So I can remove it, which I can't because there is no information there. If I think the claimed content is incorrect, you can dispute it here. No, because the content hasn't been removed yet, so I can't dispute anything. And the other thing, and I said here, I can't dispute it. There's no way for me to dispute it. So besides just taking the video down for a false copyright strike, I'm screwed is what it sounds like. Which is, we'll scroll up here. And they wanted... and here again, also, there's no details as far as what they're claiming. As far as I'm concerned, they're claiming the whole video. And they wanted, again, just some images showing exactly what the strike and everything was. And here you can see right there, boom. You know, let's see. The company who filed the complaint is outside the USA, non-English speaking, and as of 5 hours after emailing them, and this was 4 hours ago, still had no no response. Now, I did reach out to, that's not the right quartering. Shoot. Oh, I have reached out. Well, I thought I reached out to the quartering. I have also reached out to Camelot 331 because I know that he deals with a lot of this as well. And again, here, I'm not trying to be rude to anyone at YouTube. I'm really not. But instead of all this back and forth, why not look at the details? Don't assume. Look at the evidence being presented. And if I haven't violated any copyright, why would I delete my video? I'm going to delete this video simply because it's not worth the headache, but I'm going to re-upload it. So... let's see, and here's where I was asking Camelot 331 if you could look at it, and here's the links for the stream, and then they responded just as I was getting ready to go live, and let's see, under strike pending, can you share with the screenshot of what I'm looking at? So I shared that with them. This typically means the claimant's takedown request is validated. Then why are there no details if it's validated, YouTube? And gave you a 7-day period to resolve it with these options. In case it resulted in a strike and you think it is still invalid, you can submit a counter notification. I can't submit a counter notification if the strike hasn't taken place yet. And that's exactly what I said here. How can it be valid when they don't indicate what the strike is against or what the copyright violation was? It is me reviewing a product on my camera in my studio that I filmed. Have you even bothered to look at my video at all? So that's kind of where things were at for, or where things are as of right now with Team YouTube on Twitter themselves. They have not responded further. I am looking at the at my feed right now, and that's all that I have going through here. I'm going to check the chat real quick, just make sure that I am not missing anything here. I know I'm not screwed, Ace of Discal. I'm irritated. Evan, I don't know what the copyright claim was because I have no details. So let's do this. Like I mentioned, we are going to, hi Giovanna, I appreciate, well, so here's the funny thing is Thursday or Friday, someone had sent me a link to a 1 million+ subscriber YouTuber who used part of my video featuring an interview with Tommy Tallarico. Never asked for permission. Never credited me, and he had like a 5-minute long credit at the end of his video. And I really thought about being an asshole and throwing in a copyright claim. And you know what? I decided against it because I just didn't want to pick this fight. So when the universe has a way of things working out, not always. I don't believe in that. I've seen too much the other way. But I'm sure you all are wondering what video caused all of this brouhaha. Let's watch. The Nintendo Switch and the Switch OLED are amazing gaming devices. Whether you are hooked up to your television to play in dock mode or you take it with you on the go as you travel, you can enjoy so many amazing games on these systems. Now, 4 years ago in 2018, I actually traveled from Chicago to Germany. I took this Switch with me, and it was great for the flight. Except for when the battery died. So they're claiming that
or when
photo
my hands
then,
got
too.
uncomfortable because of the fact that for me, playing in handheld mode, not my favorite way to play the Switch. It also was a bummer when the battery did die because, well, I had extended battery packs I could take with me, and I did take with me to provide extra power, but even those didn't last the whole flight. Well, I recently saw this on Kickstarter, and this is an amazing device from the folks at Plenbo, and you probably haven't heard of them. They're a new company developing new accessories for the Switch and the Switch OLED, and
still not seeing
they
anything.
wanted to send one of these to us to check out for you. This is their G case for the Nintendo Switch and Switch OLED that it could quite honestly be a game changer when it comes to grips and the way you transport your Switch. There's tons of grips out there. There's tons of excellent accessories, but I don't know that many of them offer the built-in features that this has here. Hey everyone, Gary here with Rock Solid Productions. Thanks for coming by and checking out what we have going on here today, talking about the accessories for the Switch and the Switch OLED from Plenbo. Do me a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button and that bell notification. That way each and every time we come out with new content, you are kept the most informed and up to date. Plenbo, like I mentioned, reached out to us and wanted to partner with us to bring you more information to you on their case, their transportation case,
Now, I
along with
have
their
reached
grip. And I
out
really
to
think that this
I have reached out to Plenbo just to kind of say, hey, is this a company you folks had worked with in the past? Is this something that you can help out with? And since it's the weekend, you know, nothing that they can answer or respond to right now, but I did think to reach out to them.
set it apart from anything else out on the market. Let's go ahead, let's hit the bench, and let's get started. So here on the bench, we do have the case that the system comes in. It is more plasticky, and from that, I mean, it's a molded composite versus like a cheap plastic. It's pretty thick. I really like it. And the aesthetics, it reminds me of like
Again,
Gundam,
this is all me.
which is
Okay,
really,
those
really
are
cool.
stock
I
images
like
and
the way that
whatnot
this case
of
looks,
Gundams.
Myself
Has
a
nothing
lot.
to do
Let's
with
take a
the
look
cell
on
phone
inside
battery
now.
company.
I don't know that your Switch would survive getting chucked off of a bridge there, Sean Long, but at least you won't lose your keys. Inside here we have a number of different accessories. So we have the grip itself, we have some adapters here, which we'll talk about in a moment. Overall, wow, this is some strong hook and loop, so something to definitely keep in mind. Now,
I didn't even
what
call it
this here
Velcro,
is,
which is a
and we're gonna show
trademark
you
claim.
the
I
difference
called
in a
it
few
hook and
moments,
loop.
is you can get this for either the original Switch or the Switch OLED. The difference between this and what's on here now is just the spacing and the width. So if you have a Switch OLED, you use one set, or you order one grip. If you have an original Switch, you order the other. So just something to keep in mind. Here is the G case, and wow, this thing is chunky and beefy, and I like it a lot. It's what I like about it too. It's not slippery in the hands.
Again, I'm not
It
using
has
anybody else's
nice
footage,
finger
anything
rests
along
here,
those
so as
lines.
you have your that actually my hand
Where's
really
the
falls into
content
place naturally
ID
there.
match, YouTube?
And again,
Where's the
look at that
strikeable
styling.
content?
If this doesn't scream Gundam to you, I don't know what will. Now, some of the things that make this case truly unique. This here is a battery pack, so you can actually charge. Wow.
You know, and I
Watch it.
forgot
There
about
are
that when we went to
magnets in
Disney a
here
couple weeks
to
ago.
keep-
That
Wow,
I had
those
extra
are
batteries
really
I could
strong.
take them
That's
with
really
me.
cool.
Those were
To
images
keep
provided by
everything
Plenbo.
together here, so that is awesome too.
It is pathetic,
It
Tic
also
Tac.
has an LED indicator. Let me pop this out. Wow, that's really strong. So here you can see the LEDs light up as far as the charge status, and then USB-C to charge this. This is amazing. Now, if you don't want to use the battery and you just
Now,
want
and I
to
apologize,
use it
I'm
as
gonna
a
let this
grip
whole
to
video play,
you
just
can
again
do
as a
that, which
screw
is
you to
great,
YouTube
and, it does
and
take
this
a little bit of weight
third party,
out
this
of the grip case when you do that.
anti-off KR.
You want to put that battery pack back
And I'm
in.
going to re-upload this video
That thing
after
is
the
awesome.
fact too.
I dig
it's
that a
got
lot.
about 16,
Now,
17 more
there's
minutes to go
buttons
just in a
here
review.
and here, and that's basically just to pair everything to your system here in a
I'm
few
going to bring
moments.
down the volume
And
just
it
a little
does
bit on this, though, so we can talk about a couple other things while this is playing in the background. So, again, we are 5 minutes in. This is all me. Me talking, me filming, me in front of the camera, me on my old photo bench, not the new one. So, what? How, YouTube? Can you explain this to me? I don't understand. It changed so much ever since ads invaded. No, it's not even that. It's I don't know, Linda. I don't know how this is a strike. Like, if anything, Nintendo would have a content ID match for the background music. Completely acknowledge that. Not a problem. But it's one of those things that, like, I don't know. I legit don't know. And YouTube has been of absolutely no help whatsoever. You know, I'm showing the manual. Are they claiming that's copyrighted? You know, and here's the other thing to remember too. Again, normally if there's a content ID match, and while this is playing, I'm going to actually look one up because I have one. I do have. Shut up, Linda. And it's not a CRT either. So I have. I have a couple videos that I don't even think that they're public at this point that have copyrighted music. Absolutely do. And either it was something I was checking to see if I'd get a strike on it or what. So I can show you what YouTube will give you as a creator when you have a content ID match.
This is what I like about this as well, is you can take the battery off, charge a phone or other digital device via the USB-C port. Note, fuel the battery with a USB-C fast charger. And then for tabletop mode, it walks you through all of that. And basically, these grips on the side come off, like I showed you earlier, to essentially make a pseudo Pro controller or a more comfortable Joy-Con grip.
So I'm going to keep this going in the background here, but I'm going to add, bring this in here.
Where you can connect their one dock via the USB-C port on the back of the G case, where you can go ahead and then connect it to your television. I like that a lot. And here's some information on the one dock. And this is really awesome as well, is it also has the ability to come with this adapter that allows you to pair other
I'm going to
controllers.
just make this a little bit bigger. So if you take a look, basically here, monetization ineligible, video can't be monetized. This was a copyright claim, but not a strike, just a claim. See details. I can look into this, and it tells me I used fat bottom girls here to troll a friend, and I sent this right to them. Tells me what the content used is, impact on video. Bam. You know what? That's a completely legit claim right there. I have no idea what's going on with this one.
3 additional accessories, so we do have an extra battery pack, which is nice. We do have that USB controller adapter. Again, stylistically, they nailed this. This thing looks awesome. And then this is their
again, this is me looking at the product.
It has on the back USB-C, USB 3.0 for data transfer, and then HDMI. So if you are traveling, this is all you need to connect to your TV. Now let's go ahead and check and see how this actually fits. I love all these compartments. Oh, check this out too. You do have game cartridge storage on the back as well, which is awesome too.
Still nothing.
That protector back over there. Put this back.
And again, let me bring up.
Our systems will fit into the G grip. So as Planbo mentioned, you just swing. Oh, that's nice. Swing that up and out of place. Now, I'm not sure which grips this already has on it. I think it's for the...
Okay, so where the other one had, like, fat bottom girls was in there, this just says manually detected. What got manually detected, YouTube?
Yeah, I mean,
What was it?
That's exceptional. I really, really dig that. And then, like I mentioned, you can slide off the grips, and it actually comes with another set of grips here. Again, carrying on that...
Well, I mean,
which is just,
I will not lie.
I love
But,
companies
you know,
that do things like
I
this.
make money off of YouTube. My channel is monetized, and it helps pay our bills. And part of the reason why I'm so hot under the collar right now is the potential impact this has on me and my family. And I'm going to discuss that in a bit.
You may prefer one versus the other. I actually do like the original ones a little bit more, so we are going to switch back to those. And now we can play in handheld mode without an issue. And yeah, I like this. This is very, very comfortable. They've done a great job. It's balanced in the hand. It's comfortable. Overall, just a great job. So now what we're going to do is I do have the grips here for the original Switch. We're going to slide these out. Yeah, it just slides right out. That's awesome.
Like, okay, I've got the Switch running in the background. Okay, maybe the games that I'm not focused on because I had autofocus on my camera and it kept struggling.
And there's no grips on here right now for the time being. I am just going to throw the thinner grips on here.
And that's just water, by the way.
And again, it helps if you put the left on the left and the right on the right. So we have the grips on here. Again, flip that open. Here's our original Switch.
Yeah, I am perplexed, and this is why I'm so irritated with YouTube, is the fact, all I ask, look at the content. Look at it. If there's something on there, you know what? I will fess up to it and admit that I was wrong and pull it down happily. I'm going to pull it down anyways just because I'm not going to deal with this.
Bottom of the case, there you can see, hopefully, yep, there's the USB-C port, and boom, tabletop mode. I mean, that's super easy and convenient to be able to play in tabletop mode.
So we are, let me take a look here where we're at on this. We are more than halfway into this video. Still nothing. Nothing. Please tell me, Anti-Off Korea, where the hell is your content? I'm still waiting.
Now, to hold your Joy-Con grip together.
And I'm sorry for shouting, and I'm sure that I've blown out a few eardrums here. But
So slide it
I'm beyond pissed off about this right now.
There to keep the Joy-Cons basically in place.
No one should have to deal with this,
And there's that.
especially for something that's so incorrect.
Actually feels pretty good. I'm not gonna mince words about it now. Just so you can see what I'm playing, I'm gonna put the my Switch down there.
Should have made the display a little bit brighter here.
The NES
It's one of the joys of going back and watching your stuff all over again.
for Mario Brothers. Now my angle of attack here and my view is skewed a little bit, so I'm not gonna probably play this.
You got 17. Hey Phil, how you doing? 17. Yeah, you know. Sorry, Linda. You got 17 people in here. Do me a favor, share the hell out of this. This is something that, and tag at YouTube and at Team YouTube on Twitter, please, if you share it there. And if you know of any bigger channels that have gone through and fought this and can help out, I would appreciate that a ton. I don't know, Phil. That's just it. When I look at the content or the copyright notice, I'll bring it up again for you since you're just getting here. It doesn't tell me what I did. It's a manual strike too. That's the other thing. Someone from this Korean company found my video and manually hit me with a copyright strike. Not a content ID match, a fucking strike.
Yep, so you can go ahead and reassemble it without removing the switch from the G grip, which is really, really nice. I have to admit that's a nice feature. Just be careful that you are sliding it onto the rails of the case and not of your system, because at least on the left side that is possible. So we'll slide our, there's that, and we are back in traditional handheld mode. Now what I want to do is I want to test out that adapter that you can actually use with PlayStation controllers. All right, so just grabbed an outlet strip here. It may flip over just because it's not well balanced. Yeah.
Again,
So
still
we're gonna
nothing.
see-
Nothing here whatsoever.
Here you can maybe see the LED blinking right there, and I apologize for that. I'm gonna hold down the pairing button. It is flashing green now. And now we have a PS4 DualShock controller. To get a DualSense controller to pair and Bluetooth,
You know what I'm going to do?
press and hold the PlayStation and the
I'm
shared
going to
DS
report
at
their
the same
channel.
time.
And I'm going to throw the link
And
in the
then we
chat.
have the
I'm not
controllers
about...
paired. That's wild. Let's go
Normally,
NES.
I don't like the F-bombs in here, Giovanni, but I'll allow it because I'm dropping them here. Subject to the video was... No, they're not even the manufacturer of the product.
Which is neat.
Plenbo is the company that provided this to me. They loved it. Absolutely loved the video. Thank you, Joseph. I appreciate it. So this is the link to the channel that has struck me.
About doing something like this, and it works.
And yes, this is me using a PS4 controller on a Nintendo Switch, which is
The
pretty
PlayStation
damn
is
cool.
back home, which is killer.
24 watching. Thank you all. I share this. Share this all that you can, please.
That's right. We are going to go to Street Fighter to check and see the lag, latency, overall performance. Now we have turned off the overhead lights just so that you can kind of see the on-screen action a little bit.
So I'm going to go through and I'm going to file a
Playing with our
complaint against their channel.
PS4 DualShock controller.
No, they didn't. The one thing I'm waiting for to see at the very end, and I promise it's coming up here soon. We've got 5.5 minutes. You guys know that I've got the thank you outro and everything, so that's a minute and a half, 2 minutes there. If I use some stock footage that Plenbo supplied me, if they created it, I don't know.
Tommy, don't come after me for saying oof on that.
Tommy Tallarico could have come after me for using the oof there.
Yeah! And that again was using just the analog stick. We're going to try the D-pad now.
What's really frustrating here, too, is... So, I don't know how many of you have noticed, because I guess that notifications for YouTube Shorts aren't a thing. I have uploaded a YouTube short every single day since September 28th. I have not missed a day since then. So all of October, all of November. So I haven't uploaded a short yet today. I'm going to make a short out of this, though. And it may just me doing one of these to the camera. Here's the section. If there could be a content ID match, would be here. Okay, so that footage right there, I got from Plenbo. So this is the only thing I can think that it could be. But since I am talking over the top of it, that falls under fair use. That is 100% fair use and provided by the manufacturer.
To be involved with Plenbo and sharing this information with you. Now, if you do pick one of these up, I will have a link in a pinned comment to their current Kickstarter where you can go ahead and back this project, get in at the ground floor, and really be one of the first to try.
Yeah, there's a link to the video on their fucking Kickstarter.
On their one dock, which, while I didn't show it in use, I have used it. Works tremendously well, and their controller adapter. I have to admit, I had never paired a PlayStation 4 DualShock controller to Bluetooth.
This is like Nintendo issuing a copyright strike when you show the sizzle reels for the Switch and the Switch Lite and the Switch OLED, which everybody does.
Also on this as well, where it has that Robotech or that Macross style on it. This has that too.
So where I was going with the whole shorts, YouTube Shorts thing, is I actually have been a part of the YouTube Shorts creator community now for about 18 months. I have a contact at YouTube, actually two of them that I've reached out to now. It's the weekend. I'm sure she's not in the office, so I'm hoping to hear something back on Monday. That being said, this video is going to get deleted. I'm going to take it down, and I will re-upload it, and basically it'll be a copy-paste of what this is, because this is my video.
This is an amazing device. I really, really dig it. It's one of those things that
Phil, what I'm thinking is, and I'm going to show this here in a moment when the video ends, because I wanted just to play the whole thing through. So it looks like this, oh, what are they called? What's their name again?
It just works, and that's the beautiful thing about it. Now, if you want to go ahead and check out some of the other videos that we've done on.
So the company is called Ad Crunch behind it.
Those videos are coming up for you right now.
So, and I'm going to stop this here because, I mean, we saw everything that was there. It was basically just me basically talking and doing the review the whole time. See if I can find which window I have it in. Close that window. But let's share this one instead. So this is the company behind the Anti-Off KR. Like I say, they are a cell phone company or a cell phone accessories company. Products. Let's take a look at what they got. Nothing here that is dealing with the Switch. Instagram. They're on Instagram. So there's their business license, their telephone number, email address. Yeah, they are terrible, terrible people. But we are also going to go ahead here too. And the fact that the takedown notice came from a Gmail address and not their corporate address is extremely frustrating as well. And their email address is antioffkr@gmail.com. Feel free to email them. I'm okay with that because screw these people. Here is their Facebook page that I found. Nope, that's not it. Find that again. I'm going to just do one of those while I look on this because I don't want to, again, display some of my own stuff. All right, so got it back here. We are going to go ahead and do that. So this is their site, right, or their Facebook page. So all photos. Where did I see it? They had something showing the Plenbo case earlier that I saw. I thought I saw it. Maybe not. Maybe it was on here that I saw it. Yeah, I'm not sure. I could have sworn that I saw somewhere on here that they had something to do with Plenbo, but I'm not seeing it now. I am frustrated and upset. YouTube is not listening, and they are answering questions. Hey Tokyo, how you doing? No, because if they were gonna try to extort Tokyo Trekker, then they would be asking for money versus saying, "Hey, you can take it down too." So their claim, Martin, is non-existent basically, and that's not me being flippant about it. It's the fact that they're not saying what the claim is here. If you look, underneath here, you can see that it says, content used, manually detected. I can't scroll up or down any further. This is all that I know. And this is Antioff Ad Crunch, who claims that they are the copyright owners. So, yeah, fuck them. And I'm sorry for the harsh language, but fuck them. I would agree that if it's something on one of their videos they don't have the rights to, that would be something if it's something on one of their videos that they don't have the rights to. Yeah. I don't know. I am reporting their channel myself for bullying and harassment. I have put the link up above in the chat. I don't know what's going on here. I wish I did. The only thing I can think is within the in the closing of the video, the fact that I showed the stock footage provided by the manufacturer. They gave me a Dropbox or Google Drive or something with the files. It's where I got it from, and said, "Yes, please use this." It's unfortunate that this is happening. I don't want it to happen to other people, but I am going to fight in my own way. So, am I going to take down the video? I am. I just am. I am going to re-upload my original video because this is why it is important, YouTube creators, to keep backups of your content. And I will just go ahead and I will edit out the very end where I show that B-roll footage because fuck them. I'm not dealing with this. So if as a subscriber you happen to see, a re-upload and you're like, what's going on with this? I'll probably do it tomorrow, or it'll probably go live tomorrow. I'm going to let it go ahead and publish and everything and do its thing behind the scenes. But there is, normally if there's a copyright strike, you are given a timestamp from this time to this time. This is the content that you're accused of using. And at least that way you have the option of trimming out the content. The way that this complaint comes through, they are claiming every piece of content in that video is theirs, and it's not. So they're claiming my likeness belongs to them. Fuck you for that. They're claiming my channel name, Rockstar Productions, belongs to them. Fuck you. They're basically just going, and YouTube is not doing anything to help. I wonder if they sent less info so YouTube doesn't know either. Here's the thing, Linda, is that's likely. That is very likely. At the same time, between the person on chat I was talking to and the Team YouTube on Twitter, I've sent them to the links to look at it. No one's bothered to do it. All that they've done is said, well, it's a valid claim according to the algorithm. We're going to let it go. Nope, that's bullshit. And the thing that's really unfortunate is I have mirrored my channel on Rumble. for almost 2 years now. And before Rumble got really big and got people on there like Steven Crowder and Tim Pool and other people, I would have videos that I uploaded on the regular on the Rumble homepage. It was pretty cool. Now, if I get 2 views on videos that get thousands of views on YouTube, and it's the same video with the same, like the tags and the description and it's same, and it doesn't go anywhere on that platform. So, and Twitch, for someone like me, I produced content. Doesn't help me on Twitch. Let's see. Martin says, I've always found it unusual that people such as Gary have to fight to protect their illegal copy strikes. Shouldn't be the strike claimer to prove anything before it hits channels. You're right. You are absolutely right. And what I will end up doing is, like I say, I'm going to file a complaint against this channel here that is it out for me. I've messaged them on Twitter. Their Twitter account has not had any this anti-off ad crunch on Twitter. Joined in October 2021. They have 0 tweets. They're not following anybody, and they have 1 follower. Let's see who their follower is. Michael Wood, one of my followers, decided to go ahead and follow them. So interesting to see that. But I mean, I can only fight what I can fight here. And my apologies to Plenbo that this video is going to come down. I'm not risking my channel. Do I make my livelihood off of this channel? No. Does it help pay the bills? Hell yeah. We just got a notification here this past week. Just our electric rates are going to triple after the first of the year. That sucks. That really, really sucks. I appreciate that Joseph is going to watch the video when I put up tomorrow, report them to for harassment. I appreciate that. It's something that we would have probably lost our house going through COVID if not for the support of the people. Whether it's a super chat, a Patreon subscriber, it's a view, it's a membership. It all goes. Stop. It has nothing to do with Nintendo stuff, 40. This was something to do with an accessory. So, and for the longest time, I did not do Nintendo stuff. Hang on. And I apologize if you hear the furnace going in the background. I'm in the basement. It's where trolls live, right in the basement, under the stairs. For the longest time, I didn't do modern Nintendo stuff because anything for the Switch, Nintendo claimed. And I wasn't going to be a part of that. We have someone here. All right, do me a favor, step up to the mic. We have people claiming that, yes, I have violated copyright. So 5% of the 19 votes. So, you know what? Let me know how you think I violated copyright. I am completely interested because if it's something that I'm not seeing and should be, let me know. If you're doing it just to be an asshole, well, you're an asshole. And I'm sorry again. I've apologized at the beginning of the stream and whatnot that I was not going to censor myself. This was going to be a spicy sort of stream, and I think we'll all agree that it has been. So I mean, I don't know what else to do here besides just kind of make everybody aware of what's going on. That that video is coming down. It will be going right back up. I'm saving everything as far as the tags, the content that went at the description. Quite honestly, I may just end up taking the Patreon ad-free version because it's from February and flipping that one live and just monetizing that one. I am frustrated. I am feeling defeated, and it's really unfortunate because, like, again, being a part of the YouTube creator community with direct contents or contacts at YouTube, I would think, this is going to sound arrogant and it's not meant to be, I would think that I would get a little bit of favor with them or at least have someone fighting on my behalf besides, well, that's the policy. That's just what we got to do. So, and I see that Uh, yeah. It- and it's like the people that go ahead and dislike a video before it even goes live when it's scheduled. So if you want to go ahead and come in with bot accounts and whatnot and do things like that, it's fine. Yeah, I mean, Martin, you and I have you were there the night with the Tommy Tellerico interview, and I I was polite to Tommy, but I also didn't allow him to skate by with lies. I didn't buy what he was selling. I called him out on the fact his issues with Pat and Ian. Just ignore him. And I got called an Amico fanboy because of it. What's really funny is Phil Adam banned me from the Facebook group because I called him a piece of garbage for the scams he was involved with the Coleco Chameleon. So there's that. But like I say, this is just unfortunate. I've been working super hard on the channel trying to prevent things like this from happening. Let's see, Sweet and Tender Hooligan. Did I watch the? Okay, I'm going to address this right now. I did not watch it, and fuck that guy, Sweet and Tender Hooligan. He used my content, never asked for my permission, never provided accreditation. He's a million-plus channel subscriber channel. It was unprofessional what he did, and unlike what is happening to me, I could have filed a content ID match on that video and decided not to because I determined it was in fair use, even though what he did, it would have taken zero effort for him or his editor, because I'm sure at that size he's not doing his own stuff, he's got an editor, to reach out to me as the producer of the content he lifted and say, hey, we're going to use it. You cool with it? Or, provide, if you saw the credits at the end, it's an over 5-minute credit. He didn't provide links or shout outs to anyone's footage that he used, and he didn't just use mine. So, yeah, screw that dude. Tokyo Trekker is sub to Review Tech USA. I do as well. He goes through this all the time. Yep, it usually lifts reviews after the viewable lifetime expires, so even if the video strike is removed, it won't generate revenue. Well, here's the thing, though, Tokyo, with the strike, if I let it slide, before I can upload, not even go live, upload anything, I have to go to content or copyright school and pass that. So it's 2 hours of debunking all of Tommy's accomplishments and achievements. He literally got one of Tommy and stripped him thin. Yeah, I saw the bit that I was in, and the dude did not provide any accreditation, any links, any shout-outs, nothing, and never asked for my permission to use my likeness on his channel. That's unprofessional. Screw that dude. Yeah, this is going to sound like a humble brag, and it's not meant to be. 20,000 subscribers is nothing to sneeze at, and we're not going to get there by the end of the year, but by the end of the first quarter of 2023, we will be there. There are some rabbits that I've had out there that I've been chasing that we passed this year, and I'm very proud of that. But at the same time, in the greater scheme of things, there are channels with more subscribers. There are countless more channels out there with more subscribers than I am. I'm as important to YouTube as a fart in church. So I don't think it's a popularity thing. I think it's one of those that this company is just they're in the wrong. So and that's unfortunate. And it's one of those, like I say, I emailed them this morning as soon as the strike came through. Let me just check here real quick to see if I've got the time on it. The time, it came in at 8:24 Central Time AM. So we are coming up on exactly 11 hours ago. And the company has not responded to me at all. So that's really disappointing to see and hear. But yeah. Yeah, absolutely should have been cited. No reason why it shouldn't have been. Oh, so even though the video's not up, we are now at almost 10% that think that I violated copyright. So, yeah, whatever. If you can go ahead and say how and why, I invite you to come up and enter the chat, and I'm not going to flame you. I'm not going to yell at you. We can have a civil conversation. We can agree without being disagreeable. I mean, it could also just be people that, since I have subscriber-only mode on for the chat and the bots can't get in, that's the only way they can do it. So that's what I'm going through right now. I appreciate those, again, who have supported. Wow, we've got almost 30 people watching right now. I appreciate that. I'm touched. And seriously, again, it's those who give $1 a month for, Patreon or in a super chat or a super sticker or, memberships and whatnot. I appreciate it. Do I think the Amico and Tommy Tellerico are good? So I will say this. As a person, one-on-one, I always had very good interactions with Tommy. Even after the fact, we emailed a couple of times, not gaming stuff, and he was always pleasant to deal with. Tommy the person and Tommy the businessman, two different types of people, and Tommy the businessman, stay away from. He is a victim of his own passion, and I have no doubt that he did not set out for Amico to be a scam. And to this point, you never want a creative person making business decisions and running a business, because all they can look at is the creative side of things. Perfect example, the RC company I used to work for. One of the sons of the founder of the company was the lead designer for our race car side of things. And, let's just call him Junior, because that's actually what we called him. And Junior was brilliant. He was a great engineer. He understood RC vehicle, suspension, geometry, pack, bound, rebound, things along those lines. Junior never knew when enough was enough and to ship the product. Because as he would work on things, he would find this, that, or the other thing as the team would go to different events to make improvements. Well, if you're going to make improvements, you need new tooling, new molds, new this, new that. There was one vehicle that took 2 years from announcement to actually come to market because Junior would never ship it. It was never good enough. And I see a lot of that in Tommy. He took any criticism of the Amico and in television and as criticism of him. And that's unfortunate because Tommy the person and the Amico, two different things. He allowed himself to get wrapped up in anything negative that was said. I told this, and Martin, you can, if you're still here, you can verify that I said this in the stream when we were talking to him. I quoted Back to the Future 3 when talking to Tommy about Ian and Pat. Disclaimer here. I've met Pat a couple of times. I've never really talked to him. Ian, one of the sweetest people I have ever met. Super kind, super generous. When we had our stream, when we crossed 2,000 or 3,000 subscribers, I don't remember. Oh, thank you, Giovanna. I appreciate that. And I know I'm butchering your name. I apologize that. When we were doing our 2,000 or 3,000 subscriber stream, Ian came in and hung out for an hour and a half. And Ryan from Castlemania Games texted me. He's like, dude, that's Ian from the CU podcast. I didn't realize that's who it was initially. And he was just a regular person. And he engaged with everyone in the chat and was so super cool. And just when I met him in person for the first time at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo, I just went up to him and I said, thank you. And I explained the situation. I'm like, you didn't have to do that. You could have just popped in. There were a couple other people, one of whom I have blocked from my channel now because fuck Mad Little Pixel. Tokyo Trekker, thank you so much. Mad Little Pixel blocked me on Twitter after he used to super chat me and join that same stream. Anyways, I just went up to Ian and said, thank you for all that. So, but after getting back to the Tommy Tellerico thing, so I quoted Back to the Future 3 to Tommy about Ian and Pat. It's the Marty McFly thing. Ignore them. They're assholes. I'm an asshole. I admit it. I have asshole tendencies. Ian is a super sweet guy, but he also is very opinionated. Pat, super opinionated. But it's whether they were being an asshole to Tommy or they were in the right. And at this point, I think they're both in the right with where things have flushed out. I think Tommy let that get way underneath his skin a lot more than he should have. What do I think about the? Oh, that was stupid. Here's the thing: you go after the biggest gorilla in the room when you're the little guy, and there's a reason why Nintendo never punched down at him. They didn't have to. It kind of goes. And Professor Brainy Specs, thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it. It goes back to Saving Private Ryan. You always complain up, not down. He was going after Nintendo and the Switch with the Amico, and I told him, Genova. Okay. And I think I've said Giovanna and a couple things over it, but, Tommy is a smart guy, and he's a creative guy. And he's a hell of a used car salesman, and he knows how to get people behind him. But in the end, what he had was an idea and no way to actually, in the end, bring it to market, which is unfortunate. And I've talked to guys like Brett Weiss and John Riggs and some other people who played the demos. I know that some form of the Amico at some point existed because they played it, and they're my friends. And after don't BS me. Is it real? They're like, yeah, it was real. We played it. It had, these are the controllers. This is what it was like. We had a lot of fun. And I agree with that. Sweet and Tender Hooligan says, I think Tommy was mean towards people who are simply asking questions. I will say this quite honestly. A very nice and sweet creator called Dorkalicious, who's been a subscriber and supporter to this channel for a while, and she and I don't always see eye to eye. Check out my comment section of why I'm not buying a Steam Deck, and she and I had a very passionate back and forth there. I still respect her. I hope she still respects me, but we disagree. Well, before that stream took place, Tommy sent me a list of some people that, and I don't think I'm talking out of turn here, that keep an eye out for, that have been troublemakers in the past. And some of them were like Darius Truxton, who is a pain in the ass. And one of them on the list was Dorkalicious. And I saw that, and this is probably a couple days before the stream, and I reached out to her. I'm like, listen, I'm having Tommy on. We're going to talk. He kind of flagged you as a troublemaker. What's going on? And, I was just very transparent with her. And, I let her know, come to the stream if you want to. Raise questions if you have them. Just be courteous and polite. You can disagree with someone without being disagreeable. So, so that's kind of where all that went. And that we really went off on a tangent there. Sorry. But yeah, so I don't know. Well, I do know how this is going to be resolved, at least in the short term. I'm deleting the video. Again, just water. I'm going to re-upload the video because I have the original. I'm going to cut out the closing part of the video because I don't want to deal with this production company, this, what are they called again? I can't even remember them. The anti-off ad crunch. And I'm going to report their channel for abuse and bullying. And we're going to go from there. But we are going to wrap things up here in just a moment. If anyone has any other final questions before we go, this stream will be archived and will be live on the channel. So please don't hesitate to send it out. Yeah, and quite honestly, what I may end up doing, like I mentioned, is I may just make the Patreon. So one of the things that I do for my channel members and my Patreon subscribers is that they get early access to all my videos, but they also get ad-free access. So for like literally $1 a month, you get to watch all my videos ad-free through Patreon. The lowest level I can do on YouTube is $1.50. So it's just, that's their tier. What I have done is I have the Patreon version of that video that I may just go ahead and copy all the ad links to, copy or paste the copy in, the keywords, so on and so on and so forth, and go ahead and I did kind of call them out here. So, but I'll either I'm going to re-upload or I'll just flip the Patreon version live. So the one concern that I have is there is a tool within YouTube when you file a claim. There is an option to prevent other copies of it from being uploaded. So I'm going to just delete the close out of that video and re-upload it and go from there. So the one thing, and I'm going to leave the H-Bomber guy content with this, is the fact that I was using StreamYards to do that interview. My name was below my image. But that's weak sauce. Like, still, you're a million channel. Like, John Riggs, good friend of the channel, right? Just put out a video tonight. It was a, make sure you check. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go here, and I'm going to paste a link to John's video in the chat, because you all need to go through and check it out, because John did another open heart surgery, and he was talking about how I had sent him a bottle of Bright Boy 4 years ago at this point. And, you know, he shout out my channel, put a link to the channel in there. It's like, dude, you don't, it's, and on the flip side, it's one of those where when there have been times I've used footage John has shot, I know he has no issue whatsoever with me using his footage. It's still common courtesy to say, hey, John, I want to use a couple seconds of your footage. Do you mind? I've done that with Nintendo and with Sean Long, RGT85, and more. But make sure you go ahead and check out John Riggs' latest video right there. That is definitely something. John's not the only one, and he and I have talked about the Amico in the past. He's done talking about it. He doesn't want to get involved in the drama, and that's one of the reasons too that I debated about doing this stream, and eventually it was just like, to hell with it, I'm doing it. I'm not a drama channel. John's not a drama channel. I don't want to deal with drama. I've got enough other crap going on. I don't need to deal with stupid online drama from people I have never and will never meet. So he's basically taken down all of his Amico content except for, I think, his unboxing. No, but I honestly, so Sweet and Tender Hooligan asked if I've seen the song someone wrote about Riggs and the Amico. I haven't, but I have not, and I'm not going to seek it out. So, but I think we're going to kind of leave it off at that. Go check out. Yep, thanks, Martin. And yeah, back me up here. Did I not say those things to Tommy on the stream about Back to the Future 3? I still remember that night. And I think that was actually the first time you came to my channel, which I still appreciate. Thank you. So, yeah, and that's part of the reason why I'm just going to delete the video. I don't want to deal with the drama. And I apologize again to Plenbo for having to do it, but it appears that someone that they may have worked with for commissioning some video work, they're being assholes. And unprofessional assholes. Awesome. I'm glad that you liked those. I keep my my cue card cases, so I didn't need one, but I was looking at it, it's like, those actually looked really good. Black Friday sale starting next week. I think I've got it set for Thursday on the 3D printer store. It's already live, but it's not as good of a deal on Etsy if you'd rather use Etsy, and there's not as many items there. So, but yeah, that's pretty much going to do it for us here tonight. Oh, one last thing. So I've recently changed some of my settings in Stream or in OBS Studio. How did this look? How did this sound? It looked and sounded okay on my end, but just want to make sure that there weren't any issues. So I know I'm kind of dim on this side with my face. Well, I'm dim in general. But just wanted to see how it looked. Mic was good. Awesome. Video quality good then too. That's the other thing. I know. And the other thing is I had my laptop set to silent mode, which is something that makes the fans a lot quieter versus, check this out. I'm gonna put it on my normal mode, and you'll hear the fans maybe in a second. Know if it picks it up or not, but so I'm glad to see that even at the lower performance mode, with the fans off, that it was still doing its thing and not causing any issues. Unlike anti-off KR, who can go fuck off. So everything good. We just can't see right now. Oh yeah, I have that turned off. Hang on one second. I thought that I had. Now you can see me. So I just had that turned off. A little bit of microphone noise, like a bit of a hit. Yeah, that's typical on here. So I'm not surprised. It's a newer NW700. I need to get a better condenser mic for on here, so that it sounds a little bit better. But I don't stream a whole lot, so that's one of those reasons why I'm like, for what it is, for as often as I do it, it's okay. One more question. Sounds great on my phone. Go ahead, Sweet and Tender Hooligan. And by the way, as of while I'm waiting for that next question to come in, last message sent to Team YouTube over an hour ago, and no response. Where is my accent from? How do I pronounce crab legs? Well, I pronounce them crab legs. You know, if you want to hear the accent here, I can go ahead and I can bring out the Milwaukee's, you know, from Wisconsin there. It's where I grew up and spent, you know, the first 28 years of my life there up in Wisconsin. You know, Life with Matthew was, you know, in the stream too. We were talking about the interview with Tommy Tallarico there, and, you know, Life with Matthew was there too. So, but yeah, it's, I'm originally from Wisconsin, and I can bring that accent out there real good there too, like the Yoopers. Oh yeah, I can do accents there too, like you know, the Bird of Prey 5. Did I ever tell you that I went? Oh, it's like an old pair of shoes there, eh? Nice. You know, I went to the UCLA. That's the University of Cudahy down by Lake there almost. No, so the UP, which and it is a bit of a Youper sort of accent there. So you're not completely wrong. And you know, when people watch Fargo, they're like, "Oh, the accent's so funny." I'm like, "What accent?" But so this is not a racist term. It is not a racist explanation. And when the southeastern corner of Wisconsin was founded and populated, there was a lot of Germans and a lot of Polish that moved in there. And this is a lot of the south side Polish folks and the Germans. That's how they sound like. And I've got German and Polish in me. And that's, you know, kind of what you get there is you get kind of this, you know, it doesn't have, I can't do a Swedish accent. That tends to be more like the Minnesota. Oh, I guess I can do the soda there too there. But you get stuff like that. And you get things, you know, up in Canada there, you get things that are boot your favorite, and things like that. But yeah, so Late with Matthew is again. Well, I'm in central Illinois now, and what blew me away when I moved down here was the southern twang that done was down here. Tell you what, it's the Kentucky influence. When you go to Danville, also known as Dantucky, you go to Rantoul, which is Rantucky. And you know, Decatur too, you know. Oh, that was kind of, you know, combining both the southern and the Wisconsinese there. Oh, oofda. Now I can't get out of it. Damn you. And by the way, Late with Matthew, you were again late. Look on screen, Matthew. That's what it's about. A company in Korea struck that video, did not provide what the strike was. The only thing I can think of is in the last, you know, my conclusion of the video, I show stock footage provided by the manufacturer. I guarantee. They provided the stock footage that I used in my video. And And that company has provided or hit me with not a content ID match, but a strike. And YouTube has been fucking worthless in getting this resolved. So what I will be doing is deleting that video and re-uploading it with that segment of the video removed. And my apologies to Plenbo, who was terrific to work with on that particular project and provided an excellent product that I still really, really like. If you have a Switch and you're looking for a battery-powered charging grip, check out the G Case. It's pretty awesome. They are shipping now. Yeah, Team YouTube has been absolutely worthless. Nashville, Tennessee, tell you what, dango, shoot. You know, I done have a lot of friends over there in like the South Carolina area, or as we like to call it, it's South Kakalaki. You know, that's maybe where. No, I'm not going to be doing them stock bird images. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to have a double bird just like that. You know, I used to be the co-host on a 2-hour post-race NASCAR show. Tell you what, dango, too. And, you know, we was able to go ahead and make some pretty good radio there at Sports Radio 1250 WSSP. Tell you what. Yeah, well, and like I say, Matthew, the issue that I'm running into with YouTube was they say that I can go ahead and I can refute the strike. But since, as you can see on screen, I have until November 26th to do something about it. So technically, I haven't been struck. I have to wait to be struck, and then I can go ahead and fight it. Well, if I am struck, I can't upload and I can't stream for at least 7 days, and I have to go to copyright school. So I'm not going to do that. I did nothing wrong here. YouTube needs to fix this broken system, and since I'm deleting that video, I am using this stream to archive everything that happened. So it'll be interesting to see if those bastards try to claim this video too, because no. Oh, Tokyo Trekker, I want to be sedated. Different band. But we've been going for almost an hour and a half now with just me ranting. Some would say whining, pissing, and moaning. Yeah, that makes it, exactly. Well, and in the past, I've shown, like, there have been, I showed a video, so earlier on, everybody, Life with Matthew here is the one that, hold on, I got to find it now. I got to find it. Oh, where is that link now? Oh, where is that link now? Because I showed a video that only you and I saw. And I think you know which one I'm talking about now. That got a copyright, or it wasn't a copyright strike, it was a content ID match, and it was basically not able to be monetized. And I'm, of course, talking about... Hang on. Please hold. Operators are standing by. See, did that do what I wanted it to do? It did not. I'm, of course, talking about Fat Bottom Matthew, where we played Fat Bottom Girls to a video where Matthew was getting ready to go ride his bicycle. Because he can ride his bike with no handlebars. No handlebars. But... And that was a legit copyright content ID match. Now, it wasn't a strike. It was just a content ID match. I'm okay with that. I knew what I was doing getting into it. But this is one of those things where essentially this manufacturer is claiming my likeness, my voice, my channel, my set as their content. What? Don't make me do a South Park. What in the butt? So, but I think with that we have officially gone off the rails on a crazy train. See, Professor Brainy Specs, I can. Oh, that song. I can ride my bike with no handlebars. No handlebars. Tokyo Trucker. Yeah, that's something big companies like CBS and Disney do all the time. They claim the entire video, not just company in an 8x10 room. Matthew will make me, well, he'll make me go off the rails, but he'll be polite about it. He'll say morning on your left. So there is that. Well, and at least Professor Brainy Specs can also say that unlike Bird of Prey 5, I can carry a tune. No handlebars. Funny thing about weekends when you're unemployed, they don't mean quite so much, except you get to hang out with your working friends. We got a spaghetti western here on 36. I love spaghetti westerns. I like the way the boots are all reverbed out walking across the hardwood floor. In fact, everything's got that big reverb sound. That would be Spaghetti Western by Primus. But like I said a couple times throughout this, thank you to those who came by to check this out. Thanks to the couple of folks with the donations and everything. Thanks to channel members, Patreon supporters, super stickers, super super thanks down the roads. Just watching the videos and everything. That is, we have had an amazing journey on this channel. And I ain't done. And I'm not going to let some bastard in Korea take this channel down. And I'm going to fight like hell. And it's one of those things that I was not in the wrong here. And YouTube, shame on you for not even bothering to look at my content to see that there is no legitimate fight here, or no legitimate claim here. Martin, I just saw that, so fight. There is no legitimate claim here. Any footage was either me or the little bit of third-party footage was fair use because I was talking over the entire B-roll, because that's how I B-roll. But I'm disappointed in YouTube. I'm disappointed that they're inept. For a company that big to be this inept, it's unacceptable. And again, I brought up subscriber count. Yeah, 20,000 is significant, and yet it's not in the eyes of YouTube. So I realize in their eyes I am a smaller channel. But, treat people like you would want to be treated. And do the work. Do the frickin' work. Someone is providing you a link. Check this out. Tell me where I went wrong, and I'll fix it. But you couldn't do that. All that you could do is say, well, you have 3 choices. Let it happen, and then wait your 7 days, and have the video come down, and if you don't get another strike in 90 days, you'll be fine. You can fight the video, or fight the claim after it's actually been struck, or delete the video. Well, I'm deleting the video, so thank you for forcing my hands. Thank you, all you wonderful people who have come and hung out with me now for 83 minutes. I appreciate that. And, for Life with Matthew, who's been here about 10, go back and rewatch it. And go check out John Riggs' video, like I mentioned, where he's talking about open heart surgery. I'll put that link down here once again. Where is that? And he gave us a really nice shout out, which I appreciate. YouTube needs any match to be an exact portion with it. Yeah, there's no details, none. I have no idea what I did wrong here. And then if you want to go ahead and give the channel who struck me the middle finger, I will go ahead and where is that link here? Because I'll link them in here again. Oh, where did that link go? Oh, where did that link go? Where did that link go? Okay, there we go. And then this is the company that I'm going to go ahead and be filing a complaint against for bullying and harassment through the tools that I have. And if you want to do so as well, I appreciate it. So I am going to be, let me do this. Hey, Professor, before you leave, I I just made you a mod. Drop a link. Go ahead and head on over to the stream with John DeMarco and Professor Brainy Specs. We're going to be doing something nerdy, I am sure. No, I'm sharing the company link. I'm going to share it because screw them. And if a bunch of viewers from here go over and report their channel for bullying, okay, I'm okay with that. Turnabout, fair play. So that is going to do it for the stream tonight. I don't know if John already left or Professor Brainy Specs already left to go do the stream. Matthew, I don't know if you would have that link or not to share. There you go. Ludo, I've seen things like this happen sometimes over internal business disputes, like maybe the guy who shot the B-roll didn't get paid, so he's striking back at you. I would agree, Ludo, except for the fact it was the company and not an individual. If it was an individual, I could understand it, but it was the company, so screw them. But that's going to do it for us. Watch for that re-upload. It may even happen later on tonight, depending on when it processes and whatnot. Thank you all again. Thank you for your support. Please share this, help spread the word, and until next time, we are checked out. Fuck you, 100% anti-off KR, but we are checked out. Gone.